events in this novel are real, aren't they? I know. I'll try searching for the writer, Yoshino Shijima, but the reception here is really unstable, huh?
That's what happens when you're out in the countryside.
It's just fine, though. Anyway.
Oh, the connection outside is fine.
What with the Great Kanto earthquake and the World War, there aren't any reliable accounts of what happened next. And no one knows what became of her, either.
Interesting. Look up the publisher.
The twist is gonna be like, oh, she's the one that's buried under that cherry tree, isn't she?
Ominous music.
Yeah, just a bit.
I feel like we're in a crime family now.
Sorry to keep
Yeah,
you waiting.
I mean, I was getting Star Wars vibes, weirdly enough. Like, the father's Palpatine, and we're just waiting to hear what he has to say.
We're honored to be a part of the cherry blossom ceremony. Thank you so much.
No one knows for sure when the first cherry blossoms.
Except me, because I was there.
We do know that cherry tree has watched over.
He's not looking so good.
No.
Centuries, especially in our work at the frontiers of medical science. I would like you two to act as witnesses to what I'm about to say.
Damn it, I'm thirsty again.
As you know, once the Shijima cherry tree blooms, the head of the family must relinquish everything to their successor. However, I'm renouncing this duty.
Because I plan to live forever.
What do you mean?
Examine our history, and you'll find many other attempts to end this tradition. This will be the one that succeeds. I'm selling this estate. This will be the final
Interesting.
Shijima cherry blossom ceremony.
What did the kids do to piss you off?
None of you will be bound by this estate. You're free to do.
Obviously, he's upset with Eiji because he decided to go out and do something else with his life.
Each successor received the fruit of youth.
Could it be that each successor received the fruit of youth?
Of course, all assets will be distributed evenly among you. This will also be the last day you spend in this house. Take this night to reminisce.
What will become of our family's research on eternal youth?
You, of all people, have no right to act concerned. But that research is a mere formality. No one will mourn its end.
Our family has a Tokijiku, doesn't it? It's supposed to be passed down every 100 years during the cherry blossom ceremony. Where is it?
Aren't you a little old for fairy tales?
Don't bother trying to deny it. Mom told me before she died. The Tokijiku might have the ability to repair telomeres and other DNA sequences.
I don't usually hear it pronounced as a long E sound. I usually hear it pronounced telomeres.
I came here today.
The fruit of youth? Does it really exist? In this house?
I know nothing of it.
Don't play dumb! You might have been able to save Mom with it.
I'm not sure how much of an impact these have on the story, but it's interesting all the same.
Yeah.
The fruit of youth might really exist.
I want to research the fruit of youth for the sake of our future in medicine. Tell me where it is.
Listen to me. Saving someone is not the same as altering the natural course of life. All things will experience change. The fight for survival and eventually ruin. We should live out our allotted days with humility and die with nothing more than our memories. Know your limits, Heiji. though I wouldn't expect someone who left the family to understand. However, there is something that must be settled before we rid ourselves of this estate. We have to take care of that skeleton.
Yes, indeed. And that's where I come into the picture.
Who the hell are you?
Yeah, I was gonna say, who?
This man is a private detective. He called as soon as he saw the news report about the skeleton. I just can't trust the
Why are
police
you
anymore.
dressed like you should be in the Wild West?
Pleased to meet all of you.
What
The name's Nishimari. Makoto Nishimari. It's a pleasure.
Why do you look like you're 12?
Nishimari. Thank you.
What?
The character from her book?
What?
And overzealous fan, maybe?
No, of course not.
What does he think he's doing?
Eiji, you said you want to research the Tokijiku for the future of medicine. Is that right? Is that your real goal? Or are you simply using your mother's death as an excuse to get revenge on your father?
Of course not.
Then why did you feel the need to bring her up? Now let me speak briefly about why I'm here today. In the year 1922, exactly 1 century ago, the Shijima family was embroiled in a gruesome murder. But that's not all. My investigation suggests that there were many such incidents in your family's history. Alas, too many people have died around the Shijimas. That is what I'm here to investigate. I will solve this 100-year-old mystery.
Note, this is not what actual private detectives do.
Day of reckoning for the Shijima family. That's why I hired this detective. And Ms. Kagami,
Yes?
I cannot allow the Shijima family to end with so many misunderstandings still unresolved. If properly presented, the truth should be made known to the world. Please make sure you get everything you need for your story.
I'll do my best.
So he did know she was a mystery
Nice to meet
novelist.
you, Ms. Kagami.
I don't trust him, but likewise, Mr. Nishimari.
Yeah.
Likewise, Mr. Nishimari.
Excuse me. Is anybody thirsty? I've brought the tea.
No, wait! I'll do it.
Wait, why do you have to pour it?
Didn't I make things clear just now? Too many people have died around your family. I'm here to put an end to the murders.
I'm checking to make sure that these aren't poisoned.
Really think it's poison, do you?
Yes.
Hold on a minute. Please
Just
wait.
like what happened to
help.
Waluigi.
As you wish.
This is the last time all of you will be gathered here like this. If anyone has something to say, speak now. It's time for all scores to be settled. No one? So much for a day of reckoning.
And he's dead.
I never thought the Shijima family would face an end like this, even after the Sakaki family was destroyed.
The Sakaki family.
Oh, you were right.
Dad! What's wrong? Doctor! Someone call a doctor!
There's no service here.
I thought you were a doctor,
How
AG.
about outside? I'll try calling.
I don't need a doctor.
Stop talking, Dad.
Rest his head on this.
Stop talking.
Wait, Yayoi.
Don't touch the cups.
Don't touch the cups.
You probably shouldn't touch that. Would it be possible to lay him down and put a mattress out for him?
In the bedroom.
Please hurry.
Certainly.
Just a minute. I managed to contact the hospital. But first... This is...
Poison? Really?
no doubt about it. An arsenic compound, I think.
Huh. So you were there?
No. I examined the cups just now and there was nothing in them.
I can confirm that. I was sitting beside her, which means there's only one possibility.
It's in the tea.
It was already in the teapot.
Excuse me. I haven't done anything.
Let's not jump to conclusions. Yayoi, where did you get this tea from?
The kitchen. It's the same tea we always have. I wasn't watching it the whole time, though.
Was someone trying to poison us all?
Yeah, because it had to be in the tea.
If the teapot was poisoned, does that mean someone was trying to kill us all?
Yet another murder, I see. No one is allowed to leave this house.
He's still alive, you know.
You're not helping.
Calm down, will you?
Get a hold of yourself, Ned. Slap, slap.
This is an attempted murder. I also found this by the entrance.
Scarlet Camellia.
Another red camellia.
A red camellia.
Let's wait for the doctor. Besides, I have a good idea who the culprit is.
Do you now?
I question that.
Know who's done it?
Please take Mr. Shijima to his room. I'll say it once more. No one is allowed to leave this house. Are we clear?
You and your stupid hat. Unlike the other guy's hat, which was amazing.
I mean, it did kind of look like the one from Paranormicite.
Mm-hmm.
What's taking the doctor so long?
That detective hasn't come back. Do you think something happened?
I think the detective's a fraud. And I think he's set up as a fraud so that we know he's a fraud.
Yeah.
Kazunaga's been pacing back and forth for a while now.
I'll try calling the hospital again.
Yeah, I bet he didn't actually call the hospital.
If only
I
we
betcha.
had some way to neutralize the poison.
That detective said it was arsenic, right?
I wouldn't bet on it. Arsenic is tasteless and odorless. You wouldn't be able to tell just by tasting it.
So we have an unknown poison. I want to know how it was administered, though.
You're the one who poured the tea, right? Are you certain there wasn't any poison in the cups?
They were clean, and I didn't see anything like powder in them.
So the poison had to be in the tea, which means the culprit wanted to kill us all indiscriminately.
Perhaps there was some way to ensure that Yoi drank the poison. For example, his daily routine, his patterns of behavior, or certain rules and customs unique to the Shijima family. Using knowledge like that, it'd be possible to target Yoi with the poison.
Using our family rules.
So that's it.
You worked it out.
Alrighty, so...
Alright, so what are the rules of the family?
The order of taking
seats. No one sat down before Ryohei took his seat.
Which is common in Japanese tradition.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of like when you rise and sit for the judge at a courthouse.
Yep.
And then he sits at the head of the table. Since he's the head of the family, makes sense.
Yeah.
Alright.
So, let's see if there's another clue. So.
Yeah, let's see. The cherry blossom ceremony. Nope. Oh, that's the reasoning, I guess.
Yep. We have to scroll down on... Yeah, there we go.
Okay. There we are. Everyone followed him at the followed his lead at the ceremony. Yeah, including us. We all bowed.
There we go.
Yep, no one acts before he does.
I think that gives us our... Everyone follows his lead.
You waited until Ryohei bowed before lowering your head during the ceremony.
Yeah?
Also, everyone stood while waiting for Ryohei. It wasn't until he came and took his seat that everyone else sat down.
That's right.
That's it. At Shijima family gatherings, Ryohei acts first, then everyone else follows. And when tea is served, he has to drink first. There's such a rule, isn't there?
Yes, that's how it was been.
With that knowledge, the culprit also knew that poisoning the teapot would work. That's because Ryohei is always the first to drink. Others might get poisoned too, but at least Ryohei would be the first one to ingest it for sure.
So someone is definitely targeting my father.
The question is who? The elusive path of logic.
The cliffs of logic?
It's freshly cut. Who left it here? I wonder.
That flower's got you thinking, hasn't it?
Thonk!
That reminds me. You were pretty surprised to see it.
A red camellia. That flower has a fateful, fatal connection to our family. Dad refuses to say anything, so I looked into it myself.
Please tell us more.
There are records of several murder cases from 100 years ago. But I don't know all the details, though. Then, the Scarlet Camellia reappeared in the lives of the Shijima family after the Great Kanto earthquake and the World War in 1972.
Exactly 50 years ago.
50 years ago!
50 years ago!
He slipped and died while mountain climbing on winter break. He was alone, so it took some time for his body to be found. And when they did, they also found a red camellia nearby.
So a calling card.
The next incident happened in 1982. Ryohei's other brother, many years younger than him, died from poisoning. Pesticide was found in the bottle of juice he was drinking on his way home from classes.
I mean, that was just the 80s, though.
Yet another red camellia, just like an offering to the dead.
1982. There were many cases of poisoned drinks that year, right? And most of them are still unsolved.
I think his death was treated as just another one of those cases.
A murder every 10 years. And at the scene of each crime, another red camellia.
Have there been other incidents every 10 years since?
Yes. Every 10 years, another tragedy befalls someone in the family. We're the only ones left. The Shijimas are cursed, you could say.
It just can't be a series of coincidences.
Nope, you're clearly being targeted.
Do you remember, AG? 10 years ago at Mom's funeral? There was a single camellia from an unknown sender among the flower arrangements.
Right.
That's what the red camellia means to this family.
Is somebody drinking our family's blood like a Dracula?
A cherry blossom ceremony.
A red camellia.
You're the one who created the original Makoto Nishimari. If you figure something out, please let us know.
The red camellias seem to have some significance.
No kidding.
Oh shit, Sherlock.
I got in touch with the hospital, but they said there was a landslide in the mountain roads. Our blocked off.
God damn it, somebody hacked the landslide again.
But it's
Get Mega Man.
They'll get here today.
So, our detective must have been told the same thing.
Or was he?
In the garden. There's been a terrible
accident? Oh. Well,
Who did this? How terrible.
First Dad and now this.
Did something happen?
That's right. You're outside the whole time.
Interesting.
Dad collapsed earlier.
What?
Yayoi's looking after him in his room. You didn't notice the commotion?
No, not at all. At a time like this.
can't say I'm gonna miss him.
No.
All right, the police. I'll call them right away.
I wonder if the killer also poisoned my father.
I'm betting he poisoned him and then other brother killed him.
That's what I'm thinking.
If we had the killer identified the poison.
But neither the doctor nor the police
clue.
can get here because of that landslide.
And the detective who claimed he'd figured out the killer is dead. Hey, Haruka.
Yes?
I'm a writer, not a detective, damn it.
Surely you're not asking me to investigate.
I'll take all responsibility. Please, find the killer.
I was gonna do so anyway, but...
Fine, I guess. Well, now I'm not going to.
I was going to
Newt.
anyway. Leave it to me.
Boop boop.
Hey!
Just tell me if you need anything.
Wait, we shouldn't touch him until the police arrive, right?
You're not wrong, Mitsunori. But we need to find out what Dad was poisoned with fast.
Got it. Then Yoko and I will go check on Dad.
The stench of blood is really strong.
Okay, so it's a really stinky corpse.
So it's been pushed in quite deep. I wonder if it's the one from the reception room. This distinctive hilt. It must be that sword. But why? Is this supposed to be some kind of warning?
Wow, it's in deep.
No, it's not coming out. The blade is 6, maybe 8 inches deep. The killer must be pretty strong.
Like your brother!
We're starting to see signs of hypostasis. Body temperature has dropped, but no sign of rigor mortis yet.
That means he's been dead for only 1 or 2 hours.
It's 2:30 p.m. now. We last saw the detective around 1. He must have been killed sometime between 1 and 1:30.
It looks like he was also hit in the back of the head. There's blood here.
The killer hit him in the back of the head first, then stabbed him in the chest with a sword. The police would be able to tell us more.
That seems like overkill, unless the sword was for the message.
There's nothing we can do until the roads are cleared.
Hello.
Huh? Who's there?
What's wrong?
I thought I heard something just now.
Moo!
A lot of wild animals around here. Ground wet.
Did someone water the trees?
There's a fox.
I thought you were gonna say a wah.
Or wash something away?
Waz don't live in Japan.
Nope. Maybe in zoos.
I don't think the killer came in from outside.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like the killer was someone from outside.
I agree. There's no reason they grabbed the sword from the reception room and risk being seen. So the killer is...
Someone inside this estate.
Just before he left, the detective said that he'd identified the culprit. They might have panicked and killed him. Let's head back for now. I want to sort out all this information. Let's start by examining everyone's alibis.
First, a timeline of events. We all gathered in the main hall at noon.
Okay.
Yes.
Around 1 p.m., Ryoe collapsed, which ended the meeting. Then that Nishimari fellow went outside. Between 1 and 1:30 p.m., the killer knocked the detective out and stabbed him.
It's about 5 minutes from the main hall to that tree and back. Including the murder, that's about 15 minutes.
Yeah. Did anyone go outside during that time?
So, we just need to get everyone's alibi from 1 p.m. onward, right?
We were together, so excluding us, of course.
And Ryoe, since he was incapacitated. That leaves Yoko, Kazunaga, Mitsunori, Yayoi, and Takehiko. Those are our 5 suspects.
Well then...
Takehiko is outside all
the rest of
time.
you two and go check up on Ryohei.
Let me know if it gets better.
Eiji, please help Haruka in any way you can. I'm sure the two of you will uncover the truth.
This isn't you suddenly trying to ship us, is it?
Shipping, nothing but shipping, so much damn shipping. Shut up and kiss.
I'm counting on you.
That's my line.
Shit, let's do it again!
Detective?
Not what I meant, but...
It was pretty gruesome.
First Dad and now this. Just what is going on here?
That's what I want to figure out.
So we're suspects?
These are
Yes.
just possibilities. I'd appreciate your cooperation.
Great. Just say the path of logic lines up and solve the case already.
Let me ask you what you were doing between 1 and 1:30 p.m. First, Yoko, how about you?
I was checking
After
on my
you
husband.
collapsed, I couldn't sit still. I went to the entrance to try calling the hospital. And then I started feeling dizzy, so I sat down for a while. I felt better after a short rest, and then I went to my room.
And what time was that?
Right around 1:30. I'm sorry to disappoint you. It's not much of an alibi since I didn't see anyone after 1.
Did you notice anything when you returned to your room?
Oh. There was this sound.
A sound?
Still feeling a bit faint, I opened a window. That's when I heard a few faint thuds, as if something far off was hitting another object.
A series of thuds. That reminds me.
Victim was hit on the back of the head.
Yeah.
The victim was hit on the back of the head.
You figure out something?
Not quite yet. Thank you for the information, Yoko.
How about you, Kazunaga? Between 1 and 1:30.
I was inside the house the whole time.
What were you doing?
I was gonna say, I think we might have been having the same thought.
Just deadly unconscious.
You're one to speak. You've been playing detective the whole time. Besides, there's no way it could have been me. Yoko was at the entrance, correct? I couldn't have gone outside without her seeing me.
That's right. No one went in or out.
There's still the back door. Couldn't you have gone out that way?
I've got big feet, you know. And none of the shoes by the back door fit me, unfortunately.
You could have put your shoes at the back door much earlier.
You don't really like me, do you?
No!
That's not true.
Listen, there's no way I could have known Yoko would be at the entrance the whole time, and so why would I bother to move my shoes to the back door?
He has a point.
But...
You've got more to say?
You seem to be telling the truth.
Of course I am.
Finally.
Your feet are very big.
Finally.
The whole time.
Somewhere, like, Layla is screaming.
Probably.
And Queen.
Yep.
And several other people.
I suppose so. But there's no way it could have been me. I've got a severed tendon in this arm from years ago. I injured myself pretty badly while skiing. That's why I can't hold anything heavy. There's no way I could have used a sword to do that.
Yes, that seems difficult for you.
We're done here, right? Anyway, Takehiko's a much likelier suspect, isn't he? He was gone the entire time.
Then why would he have told us where the body was?
That is true.
I got through to the police, but they also said we'd have to wait until the roads are cleared.
So we have to manage by ourselves.
Bless you.
Takehiko, can we ask you some questions?
Sure.
The ground was wet around that tree where we found the body. Did you use the hose today?
No, I didn't.
Then who did?
Takehiko, what were you doing from 1 p.m. onward?
That puddle does look like a footprint.
I was working in the garden.
Perhaps that was filled to hide the actual footprints.
Mr. Shijima told me to stay outside today, so the family and their guests could speak in private. So I haven't seen a soul. Something suspicious. Oh, that reminds me. When I went to get some tools from the storehouse, a rope was missing.
Interesting.
A rope?
Yes, one was definitely missing. I used them to tie up cut branches. But why would anyone steal a rope?
Maybe they were moving to New York?
I had forgotten about that until you brought that up just this moment. Considering that conversation was like 14, 15 months ago, something like that. Yeah. Is anything else missing?
Was anything else missing?
Just the rope, I think.
Right. Also, could you tell me where exactly on this estate your red camellias are?
Oh, we don't have any camellias.
What?
Mr. Shijima doesn't care for them.
Too many bad memories, you know.
Thank you.
Excuse me.
Yayoi, how about you?
Well, I was shocked to see Mr. Shijima like that, but dinner had to be prepared. So I went back to the kitchen. With so many people to feed, I had to start right away to finish in time. Then the soy sauce in the kitchen ran out, so I went to the storehouse around 2 p.m.
You always keep it in the storehouse?
We always have seasonings in stock. The meat and vegetables were delivered 3 days ago, but I forgot to check the seasonings.
You have them delivered.
I'm getting on in years, so I have fresh ingredients delivered once a week from the shops downhill.
The storehouse is near the tree where the detective was killed. You didn't notice the body?
No. It may have been there.
And she mentioned that he looked familiar.
Either way, I doubt she has the strength to push a sword in that deep.
Sorry, I couldn't be of any help.
No, thank you for your cooperation. We don't have any more questions.
Do you smell that? Like something's burning?
Burning?
Oh.
What?
What?
Looks like someone was trying to get rid of evidence.
Water! Somebody get water!
Plastic water cans by the back door.
I'm on my way!
Me too.
Start stomping on it, you...
Dumbass.
There they are.
Man, it's muddy over here.
Huh?
Colorless liquid in there.
Smell it.
It's not kerosene. Water?
Oh, thank you.
Here you are.
Stand back. I'll take care of it.
You think it was on purpose?
Kazunaga, you were smoking in the bathroom, weren't you?
My bad. But it was an accident. No one would try to set their own house on fire, right?
Anyway, we should thank Yayoi for noticing so quickly.
Sorry, Takehiko. Mind clearing the mess?
Thank you.
I just like smoking back
Yayoi,
there.
Yes?
have you used this water can recently?
No, I haven't used it. What about you, Takehiko?
I don't remember using it.
I see. Thank you so much. Then why was it wet? Aren't these cherry petals? This water can was wet.
So what? Who cares about that right now, huh?
Is something on your mind?
Dun, 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 dun.
That means it was used at the Cherry Blossom Festival.
Yeah.